My name's David Williams. I'm one of the founders over here at Team Hired. We're a staffing recruiting firm. My path to entrepreneurship actually started back in 2009. I used to be a store manager and executive at Circuit City. And while I was there, I worked there for about 10 years, and towards the end actually came down with some health issues. Went off of work on disability for probably about 6 months with some pretty severe autoimmune issues. Had to force myself to come back to work before I was ready so I didn't lose my position. During that time, got stuck in a pretty tough financial position. And then all of a sudden when I came back, maybe 3 to 4 months later, found out that Circuit City was filing Chapter 11. So I guess here I was with no job, broke, and still facing some health challenges. And I decided in that moment that I needed to create a life on my own terms. And my father was always an entrepreneur, so I always had that entrepreneurial spirit, and decided that no matter what, this next transition was gonna be for me, and I was gonna create my own path. And I wasn't sure what that was yet, but knew that's what I was gonna do. So I liquidated and took the last $7,000 to my name out of my 401k. I invested that and purchased probably about $70,000, $80,000 worth of electronics, sold that all online, paid off all my debt, raised the capital I needed to start my first insurance agency, hired a couple people from Circuit City that lost their job with me. And we just started out, we didn't know what we were doing, but we acted as if somebody was trying to take it away from us 24 hours a day. And we just worked hard night and day building that business. Our first location, we built to about $2.5 million. We built another one to about $4.5 million. Did a third location, built that to $8 million. Long story short, fast forward, we built a multi-location business, one of the top in the country, to over $20 million in reoccurring revenue. And we started to get to limits where there was ceilings in terms of our growth. And I really wanted to have something that was our brand we created, our service, and something that I was truly passionate about, that I can go out and serve other people. And when I dissected my own path as an entrepreneur, I found one of the biggest problems that I had to master was staffing, recruiting, and developing people. And then when I further took a deep dive into that and analyzed it, I found that, hey, you know what? There's other insurance agents having this exact same problem in the masses. And it's not just insurance, it's like every business has a people problem. Every business is constantly looking for staff. Every business has turnover. And I would say that was one of the biggest skill sets that I built as an entrepreneur over the years. So it was another light bulb went off and said, hey, you know what? This is it. Like, I'm gonna help other entrepreneurs that struggle just like me find their next best employee. And then that's where Team Hired was born. And as I drive down the streets as an entrepreneur and I see some of these brick and mortar businesses that are closed for the good, or they're liquidating, going under, that hits me right here as an entrepreneur, because I know that's somebody else's dream. And that's why I make it as my passion and my commitment, anybody that I work with, to try to really understand their brand. And if I can, help them transition during times like this and provide solutions to them that helps their business not just be in a state of surviving, but helps them move forward and be thriving. When you think about companies that provide best-in-class service out there, and that's where their brand known, there's no recruiting brand that is known for world-class customer service. There's no Mercedes-Benz of the recruiting industry. There's no American Express of the recruiting industry. And that's where, to me, it created a fire inside of me where I had a commitment that we are gonna grow our brand, but grow it in the way where we are known as that organization that provides world-class customer service in terms of recruiting. And that's exactly what we work on with our team, not just every month, but we work on every single day. We talk about the customer journey. What can we do to improve our customers' experience? What new challenges are we see our customers facing? And it's my commitment, even as the owner, if I have to, I will get involved and I'll spend hours of my time with a client to make sure it's a success. And I think really that's what the difference is. We come in there and we just try to provide what we like to call, again, fanatical customer service that nobody else is doing in the industry. And we're not just doing it, we're improving upon it every single day. And that's why I think, in combination with that philosophy, that culture in our organization, and the fact that we were the first ones to hit the market with this virtual hiring events and these hiring events, the way we did it, we're gonna be able to explode our brand and surpass some of these other people that have been doing things the exact same way year after years for years. We actually came up with, and we believe, the first ones to go to market with our hiring events and virtual hiring events. Because one of the biggest things that we saw got in the way for entrepreneurs is they just don't have the time to see the number of candidates they need to see. in order to make that right hire. And a lot of them just are not comfortable with the process and they need somebody that's supporting them. So we came up with this system. It's our team hiring event process, where we actually will go in from a consulting approach, really understand their business, dissect it, put up all the job ads, and host these hiring events. And I think because we were so proactive on that already, really trying to support them in a way that nobody else did, when COVID hit, we were ahead of the curve, and where most businesses were actually retracting and it was setting them back, it propelled us because we already had a best-in-class service that actually met today's need. And what we saw out there from some of the biggest competitors is they scrambled and they tried to put something together similar, but it just didn't walk and talk like what we do in the magic sauce that we have at Team Hired and the way we serve our customers. One of the reasons why we chose the brand colors of red, white, and blue is because we have a passion and a commitment to help small businesses of America in a way that nobody else has before. And as a for-purpose business, it's our commitment to give back a portion of the profits and our time of our team members to help support our fellow Americans, to help our veterans in need, to help our local homeless, and some of our at-risk youth. So when people ask me, why is your brand red, white, and blue, is because we want to come in and we want to deliver a value so powerful for any small business in America and make impact for our local communities. You might be wondering, well, how do I do business with Team Hired? Well, you can visit us today at www.teamhired.com or call at 1-888-424-HIRE. And we look forward to having a conversation with you today, and know that when we deal with you, you're not just a number. We really want to understand your brand. We want to become a part of your family, so you think of us as just an extension of your brand that supports your mission and your core value proposition to ensure that your company is on a trajectory to where you want to go.